think you could survive in the hottest place on Earth? We're talking about temperatures so extreme, they redefine what it means to live on the edge. This is where heat rules the land, and every second is a battle against nature's ultimate test. Today, we're diving into an environment so intense that even experienced adventurers struggle to endure it. Buckle up, because this isn't just a challenge, it's the ultimate showdown between you and the blazing fury of the planet's most unforgiving terrain. Let's see if you've got what it takes to survive. Let's set the scene. You've just stepped into the hottest place on Earth. The moment you arrive, you're hit with a blast of heat so intense it feels like an invisible wall pressing down on you. The air itself seems to shimmer as the ground radiates a blistering warmth that never relents. Everywhere you look, the landscape is a sea of cracked earth, bleached by the relentless sun. Shade? Forget about it. This is a place where the concept of relief simply doesn't exist. This isn't just a desert, it's a battlefield where the sun reigns supreme and every living thing is locked in a brutal fight for survival. The horizon stretches endlessly, with heat waves creating mirages that tease the idea of water or cooler air. But it's all an illusion. The ground? So hot you could literally fry an egg on it. The air? Bone dry, stealing moisture from your skin the moment you step into it. Even here, in nature's ultimate furnace, life clings on. But for humans, this is a true test of endurance, a place that pushes you to your limits before you even know what hit you. Think you've seen hot summers before? Think again. This is heat at its most extreme, where survival isn't just a challenge, it's a full-blown showdown with nature's fiery wrath. Would you dare to take the first step into this inferno? Welcome to Death Valley, California, the hottest place on Earth. This iconic desert holds the world record for the highest air temperature ever recorded, a mind-blowing 134 degrees Fahrenheit, 56.7 degrees Celsius. Imagine stepping into an environment where the heat is so intense it feels as if the sun itself has descended to walk the land. Death Valley's landscape is as fierce as its temperatures. The vast expanse of salt flats glitters under the unrelenting sunlight, while jagged mountain peaks create a dramatic backdrop to the blistering terrain. It's a place where nature's extremes take center stage, daring anyone to test their limits. The Furnace Creek area of Death Valley often hits temperatures above 120 degrees Fahrenheit during summer months, making it feel like an actual oven. Even at night, there's little relief as the heat lingers in the air. This isn't just a desert, it's nature's ultimate heat zone, a place that pushes the boundaries of what the human body can endure. Would you dare to step into the inferno of Death Valley and take on the challenge? Death Valley isn't just hot. It's a place of extremes. The desert doesn't care if you're prepared or not. It challenges every fiber of your being the moment you step into its searing embrace. During the summer months, Furnace Creek regularly clocks temperatures over 120 degrees Fahrenheit, turning the air into a suffocating blanket of heat. Even the wind feels like it's coming from a giant hairdryer, blasting you with unrelenting warmth. Here, survival isn't just about endurance, it's about strategy. Hydration becomes your lifeline, and shade is your greatest ally if you can even find it. People who brave this environment often say the hardest part isn't the heat itself, but the way it saps your energy, leaving you drained and desperate for relief. Even the wildlife has adapted to these extremes, making their homes underground or becoming nocturnal to avoid the punishing sunlight. This isn't just a trip, it's a test of mental toughness and physical resilience. Every moment spent in Death Valley is a reminder of just how small we are in the face of nature's raw power. So, would you take the challenge to survive in one of Earth's most extreme environments? Now let's talk numbers, because this place doesn't just get hot, it smashes records. Death Valley holds the title for the hottest air temperature ever recorded on Earth, an unbelievable 134 degrees Fahrenheit, 56.7 degrees Celsius, measured way back in 1913 at Furnace Creek. And here's the kicker. Modern summers here routinely clock temperatures well above 120 degrees Fahrenheit, keeping its scorching legacy alive. To put it into perspective, when you're standing in Death Valley during peak summer, it's hotter than most ovens on a low setting. Even the ground itself can reach temperatures over 200 degrees Fahrenheit, making it possible to fry an egg on the surface. Seriously, it's the kind of heat that tests the limits of what's humanly bearable. And it's not just a one-day anomaly. This extreme heat persists for weeks, sometimes months, making Death Valley a true champion of blazing temperatures. But why is it so hot? It's all thanks to a combination of its low elevation, clear skies, and the heat-reflecting surfaces of its barren landscape. It's like a giant natural microwave. So with temperatures this extreme, you have to ask yourself, would you even survive one full day in this sweltering inferno? All right, let's talk about the ultimate question. Can you actually survive in Death Valley's extreme heat? The answer? Only if you're prepared to face some serious challenges. First up, dehydration. In heat this intense, your body loses water at an alarming rate, sometimes up to 2 liters per hour. Without constant hydration, you'd start feeling the effects within minutes. Dry mouth, dizziness, and eventually heat exhaustion or heat stroke. It's a race against time to keep your body cool and your water supply steady. Then there's the sun itself. The UV radiation here is brutal, capable of causing severe sunburn in a matter of minutes. Shade is practically non-existent, and the reflective salt flats only make things worse. Bouncing sunlight straight back at you, you'd need high SPF sunscreen, protective clothing, and maybe even a hat that feels like carrying an umbrella made of ice, if such a thing existed. And let's not forget the mental challenge. The overwhelming heat drains your energy, plays tricks on your mind, and tests your focus like nothing else. Even the simplest tasks become monumental, and the vast, barren landscape offers no mercy. To put it simply, surviving here isn't just about endurance, it's about being smart, prepared, and adaptable. Could you handle the dehydration, the searing sun, and the mental strain all at once? Death Valley doesn't just test your body, it challenges your very will to push through the extremes. To face the wrath of Death Valley, you'll need more than courage. You'll need the ultimate survival kit. Let's talk essentials that could mean the difference between making it out or falling to the desert's relentless heat. First and foremost, water, and lots of it. Experts recommend carrying at least a gallon, around 4 liters, of water per person per day when venturing into these extreme conditions. You'll need constant hydration to keep your body functioning, especially in an environment where you're losing water faster than you can imagine. Next up, sun protection is non-negotiable. A wide-brimmed hat, UV-blocking sunglasses, and high SPF sunscreen are your frontline defenses against the searing sun. Light-colored, long-sleeved clothing made of breathable fabric can also shield your skin while keeping you cooler. Then there's navigation gear. Death Valley's vast and barren landscape is disorienting, so having a reliable GPS, a detailed map, and even a compass is vital. Don't rely solely on your phone. Electronics can overheat or lose signal, in these extreme conditions. Lastly, pack emergency supplies, a first aid kit, energy-dense snacks, and tools like a multi-purpose knife or flashlight could prove life-saving if things go south. And let's not forget cooling items like a wet cloth or ice packs. They may feel like a lifesaver when battling the desert's blistering heat. But here's the kicker. Even with all this preparation, nothing can fully eliminate the risks. Surviving Death Valley is about smart planning, knowing your limits, and respecting the power of this unforgiving environment. Would you dare to step into the desert armed with nothing but your survival kit and your wits? Let's dive into the legendary stories from Death Valley, the tales of survival, resilience, and the people who've dared to challenge this unforgiving land. First, meet the pioneers and prospectors of the past. In the late 1800s, settlers and gold miners traversed this brutal terrain, often with little more than wagons and hope. Many faced harrowing conditions, and the valley earned its ominous name when a group of lost pioneers barely escaped with their lives, reportedly saying, "Goodbye, Death Valley." Fast forward to today, and you'll find adventurers, researchers, and even tourists flocking to this extreme environment. Park rangers share tales of daring visitors who underestimated the heat, requiring dramatic rescues. Then there are the record chasers, athletes attempting grueling challenges like the Badwater Ultramarathon, a 135-mile race starting in the heart of Death Valley, where temperatures soar to unimaginable levels. It's been called the world's toughest foot race for a reason. And finally, we can't forget the scientists who brave the heat to study this one-of-a-kind ecosystem. From examining the valley's unique salt formations to uncovering secrets of survival in its sparse flora and fauna, these researchers bring back invaluable insights into how life adapts in the harshest conditions imaginable. Every story from Death Valley is a testament to human tenacity and the indomitable spirit of adventure. So the question remains, could you write your own survival story in the hottest place on Earth? And there you have it, the hottest place on Earth, where survival is a true test of grit, preparation, and determination. Death Valley isn't just a geographical marvel, it's a land of extremes that pushes the limits of human endurance. From its blazing temperatures and unforgiving landscape to its awe-inspiring beauty, this place is a stark reminder of nature's raw power. So, could you survive the furnace-like conditions of Death Valley? With the right gear, strategy, and mindset, it's possible, but not without respecting the sheer intensity of this unique environment. Whether you see it as the ultimate challenge or an adventure worth taking, one thing's for sure. Death Valley is unlike anywhere else on the planet. Ready to take on more incredible challenges? Hit like, drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe. We've got more wild adventures coming your way.